You ready to rock?
Y'all ready to rock, man?
Alright, let's bring this shit up. Yeah, but he was already out. Sucker. Sucker MC.
Let's go.
We'd like to welcome everybody.
How y'all doing today?
Welcome back to the Good Neighbor Show. We appreciate you guys.
Welcome. How y'all doing? I am your co-host Drizzy, and that's my co-host partner
Lamont, nice to meet y'all.
Thank you. And as always, I would like to also thank you all for joining and recruiting everybody else to come and holler at each other up in this joint
Thank
with
you.
us. You know what
We
I'm saying?
appreciate you. We appreciate all of it. I'm working on.
Let's get
everything.
to it though. What's going on for today? Because I got me a nice little subject I want to talk about. But we can.
We're gonna go off. We're gonna rap about whatever is going on in everyday life, everything that's going on in the world. And I know a lot of people don't want to touch certain subjects, but we're gonna be out here.
Let me know what's going on lately, because you know, brother been busy a lot, so I haven't been able to. I haven't been able to catch up on the news, except for the one joint that happened out the country, the little
Israeli-Palestinian thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a really touchy subject for a lot of people.
And it's probably touchy subject for this platform. That's why we on a different platform now. So that's a new. That's one of the things we would like to mention. My man then helped us set up, and we is now audio on Spotify.
It's a work in progress.
So
I'm working on it.
So if y'all don't want to see us, y'all just want to listen.
Yeah.
You know.
And I've been working on trying to do both. So the first couple of episodes from our first podcast and our show, you can find them on our Spotify page. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna bring more of them into that atmosphere as much as possible. I'm still working on it. So you at least get the first few episodes of our show and our podcast and everything on Spotify. Absolutely.
Yep. So I want to talk about how to start your journey. And what I mean by that is, if you are a person that has in need of some assistance, if you are in need of some growth in your life, if you was in need of some development, if you are in need of assistance, therapeutic assistance, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual.
Wow.
The whole 9 yards. So this journey starting is very, very important for anybody that want to change their life. So I want to mention that because I've been on my life journey for the last 20 years or so. And it's really been life changing. Like, you know, I was up one moment and then I literally fell flat on my face. So I'm really picking up the pieces and hitting the ground heavy hard. We're bouncing back in the time frame that I've decided to make a change in my life. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is...
Before you say that, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you good, because I was about to ask you if you got anything to spit on that.
I appreciate that. This is your grand line.
Ooh. I like that.
My bro and me and myself, we have just gotten into One Piece.
Yep. I love it. Yeah.
It is amazing if you have never seen this anime or have read the manga of One Piece.
See, and that's where you always that's where people lose me. Once I start talking about, you know what I mean? Because I be thinking I be knowing.
Yo, and I told my best friend
anime now, and then they be like, yeah, man.
My friend that's a part of Nerds Express, and he's the one that enveloped me into the One Piece anime, and I said I got time, I ain't got time, and I started watching it and I started making time. The Grand Line is not your final destination, but it is a destination for you to not only prosper and better yourself, but to explore multiple destinations of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your grand line. this is going to be something that is going to not only encourage you, not only to better you, but to make you not only prosper, but to be not only the best you that you can be.
And to add to that, when I mentioned physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, those things you are going to be tested during this grand line journey of yours.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
it makes sense because even with One Piece, with the grand line, those is things that they have to overcome. Those are obstacles that they all have to overcome
to get to where
they need to go.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And some of them are becoming something that they never thought. And I ain't gonna get too in detail.
Because we're still in the process of trying to get.
And I do not like that character at all. But the fact that he coming to himself to bringing stuff to life by just. But of course, you know, when you fake it till you make it, that's a
different ball game.
But getting back to this.
And if you're asking about my cup, my mom, thank you, Mom, for this cup. That's why you don't see the glass right there.
Shout out.
That's why we had this. She can make sure I have my tea in this cup. Because she has amazing cold and flu herbal cup. It's amazing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
because I gotta get me some.
Yeah, you gonna get this pack.
But so the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to developing your personal journey in life is you have to understand, what do you want? What is your outcome? What do you want your outcome to be in life? It's not about the journey, it's about your life. And your life is your journey.
Absolutely.
That's everybody's individual life is each journey. But then there's a process to this journey. And you know, that's what we want to, I want to talk about in a little bit in detail. But the first step is really understanding what is the outcome of your journey. What do you want? And it's not about money making. That could be part of the process. It's not, the money it should never be an outcome.
Right.
It should be an outlet, but it should never be an outcome. So I just want to let everybody know that now, because I've learned that a long time ago, recently actually, that money don't mean squat much to anybody except for helping to pay your bills and traveling the way you want to travel comfortably, and going to your home that you want to be in comfortably. So other than that, money don't mean crap about nothing.
Facts.
So on top of being developing this journey, you're going to have to get out of your shell. You're going to have to do some soul seeking, some soul searching, some a lot of development, a lot of personal
development, absolutely.
So so when it comes down to this journey, it's really important that you get some feedback also from a great mentor. It may be a therapist, it may be an older brother, sister, somebody that you trust, but will give you great knowledge and
good advice.
If you don't got a brother or sister or whatever like that you don't trust, my preference now as an outcome will be definitely to seek some sort of help. It does not have to be a therapist, but I would seek some sort of different type of help.
Yeah, help or guidance from someone that when they give you the information, it seems logical.
Correct.
It doesn't seem as a quick pick-me-up, so to speak.
Because when you try and do it on your own, believe me when I say I've tried for over 15 years, you will get progress, but it will be broken progress. And it also will be incomplete progress. So definitely get you some help, because I believe that the help would complete your process and give you progressiveness the way that you want. And I also believe it will give you consistency as well if you start getting some sort of assistance.
If you start,
that's me
absolutely.
personally.
And especially when it comes to growth, Change is uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
And growth requires stretching past what you know, but every step you take is a part of the process toward becoming the best version of yourself. So,
and we talked about this too.
Absolutely. And because we're still in the process of learning on not only becoming better neighbors, but just better people in general.
Correct.
So, whatever we have gone through, or whatever we may be going through, we want to explain to people that we're not just giving this information out. We have gone through it ourselves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And we're trying to give an outlet for people to say, hey, I understand what you're saying. I know what you're going through. It's just not us talking out our rears.
Correct. Oh yeah. Oh, especially when it comes to this type of topics and situations that we're talking about. I know firsthand because I preach self-help.
Right.
I preach self-teach. It's something that I've been going through and been doing my whole life. So it's all I really pretty much know as far as learning skill-wise. I learn through self. If you tell me what the problem is, I'll try and seek to resolve it somehow, some way. I'm going to
figure it out as best as possible.
Correct.
I feel you on that. Yeah.
So when it comes down to literally breaking down the process now, the process is going to be very difficult. Once you figure out what your outcome is, what you want out of it, now you have to, and this is why I love the one class that I'm in right now, which is project management, because it teaches you that the class is really not as difficult as you think when you listen to the title, project management and business, and then when you look at some of the problems that the assignments rather. Once you start watching and reading the assignments,
how many of those projects that you have gone through that you already seen in your everyday life?
Correct.
And you're like this.
And you
I know what that. I've experienced that.
And you never project.
Correct. Yo.
And this is where I'm getting at with self-development. You're going to be a project, and it's going to be a project to break down this process of redeveloping yourself, turning you from a boy to a man, turning you from a man to an OG, turning you from an OG to a king. Because we all are those things within each other, and there's levels too. So
there's levels.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of us can't be kings. A lot of us can't wear that type of crown. So stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That's one. Just stay in your lane.
You could be a king in your own right, but at the same time, you have to understand what it takes to be that king.
Yeah.
And the greatest thing about that is, and I throw this at everybody all the time, you are a king and a queen in your own right when you start to read what your rights actually are and what you're actually able to do. You are that person. That's why we are the nation that we are.
Yep.
And when you start to forget those things, it's a lot easier for you to forget not only who you are, but it's easier to take away your sovereignty.
That's very true. That's very true.
You're able to do so much, but you don't even know it because you don't understand the rules, regulations, and the bystanders of your life. You don't know. You've been so comfortable for so long in doing certain things, and you just like, I just do that. But do you know why you're able to do that? You don't. Then you realize what you're able to do, but not only you just doing it, you just think you're doing it just because. But when you look in the black and white papers, and to say that you're able to do this because of A, B, and C, it makes a lot of difference.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We are kings and queens in our own right.
And this is where this is another thing I want to say. Mentioning this, the consistency of learning. I don't care how far ahead you get, how successful you are. There is continuous improvement and continuous learning at all costs and all times. So
I believe we have an episode called "Remember What You Forgot."
Yep. So when you sit back and you think about, you good where you at, you've been doing it for 10 years and stuff like that, just really have a hard reevaluation of what you just said. You have not grown in 10 years. You have not developed in 10 years. You've grown comfortable and complacent. So when you starting to get these development skills and start learning these things, you're going to really start understanding a lot more clearer how this world really works and what you do need to be reading.
Yo,
in black and white. You know what I mean? Like you just said.
It's so much.
You go start reading them black and whites and be like,
when things start to,
oh, I can do that, especially when it's in your own right and will,
and in your own backyard. Man, because a lot of us don't understand that a lot of things that don't come into fruition until it's in our own backyard.
Yeah.
And then you start to realize, you're like, wait a minute, why is this happening? Why is this happening? And then someone, if it's not you, start to dig and find that. You be like, wait a minute. Oh, they can't do this. I'm able to do this. We can do this. Because we don't know, because you're comfortable. You're so comfortable. You'll every day you throw on a specific pair of sneakers every day, because you just think those are a pair of different sneakers. You throw on okay, let's take old school. You throw a pair of Converse Chuck Taylors on every day, because you've seen that. Oh, somebody is wearing Converse. The new shoes is a Converse, and then all of a sudden, a Nike brand comes out, and you're like, I'm not gonna wear that. I'm used to wearing Converse. So you realize that the Nike that you put on has a different structure, has a different design, a lot more comfortable. Wait a minute, what? Really? Same way that people laughed at the Wright brothers. These guys want to fly. Ain't nobody gonna try and fly. Oh shoot. What the hell? They trying to fly. These people riding horse and buggies. I'm good with this horse and buggy. What the heck? They come out with this vehicle thing with 4 wheels. That ain't gonna last long. Horse and buggies been taking. These things change.
But here's what I'm gonna add on to this comfortable thing that you was talking about. Not only are we comfortable, but the biggest thing that a lot of us is we're comfortable sitting in our own. Let me sit up real fast.
You want to pop it up a little bit?
So let me tell. So
pop the chair up and all that.
Not only are we comfortable, but we are comfortable sitting in our own fear. A lot of us, fearful of change. We are scared shitless. You don't know what to do. You don't think it's possible.
Somebody is telling me one thing. They're scaring the hell out of me. I don't know what to do.
You got a whole bunch of what ifs. What if? You don't know.
Damn.
Because you got a lot of what. Listen. Once I started removing the fear, it started to be.
Dread world about to end, man. You better make sure you got this going on. You better get you some food. Better get you some gold, some silver. Yada, yada, yada. Make sure you this, that, and the third.
Well, is the world changing or the world ending? Because if the world about to end, I ain't got to do nothing but sit back and...
No, I'm telling you, I'm giving you that kind of aspect.
But if the world changing, then it's like, what we got to do?
But guess what? If you already been taking care of that, I'm not saying rush into it, but if you're already slowly making your way into that position, you're better off than a lot of people.
Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, remove that fear. Because
you're going to get fear. You are
Listen.
going to get fear mongered to the umpteenth power.
Listen, it's funny because, you know, especially with street dudes, right?
Right.
A lot of street dudes, people portray the whole they tough, ain't nothing.
I'm ready. I'm ready for everything.
You ready for everything? No, they not. They not. And and the real ones gonna tell you.
A man named Brother Bill told me this at my old job.
Everybody.
When shit hit the fans,
you know,
fans ain't shit.
You not a real street dude if you not afraid of your life every night being taken away. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fear. That's a fear of dying. Like, don't let nobody lie to you and say that they don't believe they not scared of dying. Because when you get in them last gasp of air,
in reality
is really focusing in, you gonna be like those movies and be like, yo, I don't want to die. And they like, just hold on, little Jimmy.
Hold on. Hold on. What video I showed you a couple days ago?
Then they go and you shaking you.
Carlito's way.
Just fading away.
Carlito's way. We see it so many times. Carlito's way. A menace to society.
You know, you die scared.
Because guess what? Reality hit.
You die scared, man. So, personal development. If you want to start personalizing your life and changing your life in ways for the better and all obstacles, first, start with a goal, come up with a plan, be consistent with this plan, and just keep working. Don't ask a question when things gonna kick off. Don't ask, when is my time?
Don't we all?
Literally,
don't we all?
Working on yourself. It will happen. The more you work, the more you remove that fear that we talked about earlier. You will remove it. And sometimes, don't get me wrong,
it's not like it's not gonna be there.
It's not gonna be there. It's always gonna be there. You know, but to decrease it, grow your confidence. You know, this is the things that we, you know, I want to talk about and help. You know, prioritize and literally taking care of yourself. And these are the things that I'm talking about. Your mental, your physical, your spiritual, your body. Like literally, those elements all have to change. So just, again, so when you're ready for this change, come holla at me. I got a channel. It's called Good Neighbors. You know, and this is where we're here to teach you guys how to be better people and be good neighbors.
As much as we trying to learn ourselves.
You know. Okay, I put that in there.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. So we appreciate you guys, and hopefully you all can make yourselves not only be the best you that you can be, but hopefully you can reach that grand line yourself.
Oh yeah. Before we leave though, I want to see what my man got going on for today's news discussion.
Oh geez, we gonna keep it going?
Yeah, I real quick brief. Like, okay. I don't know what's going on.
We're gonna do it quick.
We're
gonna keep it quick. We're gonna keep it short.
Brief little segment, man.
We're gonna keep it quick, keep it short, and I'm not sure how much I don't know how much flack I'm gonna get from this, but I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it from the heart. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. There's an issue right now going on between Israel and Palestine. And with that being said, there are groups of people that are going through a tumultuous time that's going over there. And because that's going on over there, all I am going to say is this. Love one another.
Definitely.
It's going to be something, I don't know what your spiritual background is, but this is a biblical and this is a strong war. The best way that I can explain this without being too nasty and not to be controversial, is
Yeah, because you can't be controversial. Or the shit, they ain't gonna play it.
they ain't gonna play it. But what I'm going to say is this. Stay safe. Stay grounded. And before I can say it, which is probably going to get me canceled, but I don't care.
I don't know why, but you should be caring.
I'm not.
You gotta live, man.
I do. But guess what? I'm protected by big guns upstairs.
I respect that 100%.
So what I'm about to say is going to be aggressive to some people, but guess what? It comes with territory. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female, for ye are all one in Christ Jesus. So it doesn't matter what your race is. Galatians chapter 3 verse 28. You may be fighting for a country or a state, but that's not how this works. That's all I can say. And keeping it in that aspect. Because when it all boils down to, depending on your religion, we all gonna be there. We all gonna be there. That's all I can say. Without being crazy and being on neither one side, both sides. Both sides are in the wrong. I'm an American first person. We have a lot of issues going on within our own country, and we need to face those first, compared to what's going on overseas.
That was worked out.
But at the same time, no matter what side you want to be on, the side that's on the home front right now takes precedence. Same thing that you're crying about overseas is happening here.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree on that one. Big time.
Same thing that you're crying about over there is happening over here.
Big time.
At your southern border. Some people might not like it. We might not make the cut. We might not get those sponsors, but guess what? We walk by faith and not by sight.